Welcome everyone to the game between Javokhir Sindarov as he comes with a drink in his hand. Seems like a coke to me. And he is taking on Levon Aronian. This is the battle for the 8th place, 7th and 8th place. No one wants to finish last in this tournament. Javokhir studies the position. Let's have a look at the position. Bishop in the corner, queen, knight, rook, king, knight, rook, bishop. And you will see that the king is the only piece in the center that's in the same square as traditional chess. And maybe white can quickly castle. That's the point. You can bring your knight out and you can castle king going to g1, rook to f1, and Levon comes in. The clock starts immediately and he pushes his pawn to c4, keeping an eye on the h7 pawn, and b5. Levon pushes forward with c5. The players do get 10 minutes before the game, so Levon seems to be well prepared. Pawn to b4 played here, and g6. I like the position here for white, gaining space. The bishop has opened up. Black has also kind of gained some space in the center. The knight comes to e3, eyeing the square on d5. And knight to e6 played by Javokhir. And now Levon castles here, which is maybe not the best move in the position. Pawn to d6. It was also possible to play pawn to d5, gaining space, but d6 makes a lot of sense. And now knight comes out to b3. And black now, Javokhir thinks a bit. I think castling makes a lot of sense, and he does it. He brings his rook to f8, king to g8. He is castled here, and Levon maybe wants to break in the center, right, with d4. He first takes on d6, and you know what, Sindarov can take back, but there's also this insane move knight f4 with the idea of activating the queen and the knight. Also attacking the e2 pawn. It's such a pretty mate, like knight f4. Oh, he's going for it. Finds it. Wow. If you take now on c7, knight e2 is checkmate in one. That's the beauty of freestyle chess. Rook comes to e1. And rook comes to e1. He takes back the pawn on d6 and h4 played by Levon. Maybe he just makes space for his king. Later, he would love to kick the knight away with g3. The knight jumps to b6 and pawn to g3. Bishop captures bishop. King takes here. And now queen a8 check. Wow, look at the queen here and the knight as well. But the knight on e3 defends the g2 square. So you can simply play your king to h2. That seems like a normal and natural move here. Levon plays his king to h2 and the knight comes back to e6. Black's idea now is to play f5, f4 to soften up the white king, but Levon himself goes f4 straight away, and he's saying that now with my bishop eyeing here, I want to attack your king. Javokhir can bring his knight into c4 and he's going for it. Does he play it? Yes, he does. Knight to c4, good move. And Levon now plays his knight back to c2. Brings his knight back. And pawn takes pawn. If bishop takes bishop, there is f takes g3 check. So he takes back the pawn. Bishop takes a1, queen takes, and queen to d5. The queen enters the center. Wants to switch to the king side. The white king does look a bit lonely there. d3 played here, and now Javokhir quickly gets the queen in. He's sacrificing the knight to take the pawn here and to attack. Will Levon capture here? Because taking here, queen takes h4, king g2, and the knight coming into f4 is super dangerous. So that's the reason why I think taking here may not be the best decision. He goes king h3. But now you have this amazing move f5 with the idea of queen g4. Will Javokhir find it here? No, he goes back knight b6. Slightly timid move there. I mean, you could try to get your queen in, but knight d5 is a killer shot there. So f5 is the best move. Let's see if Levon manages to find it. He has 4 minutes on the clock, same time for Javokhir. The game is very evenly balanced at this point. He plays knight to e3. And Sindarov now plays rook e8. The knight goes back to g2. It's clear that White's king is struggling here, but Levon is very creative now. Once again, queen g4 could be an idea, but the knight defends both these pawns. White is very well placed there with the knight on g2, and e4 played by Levon. Wow. Takes the pawn. And you can see Javokhir's focus there. Pawn takes pawn, and now d5 looks like a good idea to break in the center. He plays it, pawn to d5 played. And if e5 here, maybe there's g5 in the air as well. Levon goes e5. And do you go g5? No, he goes with knight to c4, logical move. But maybe quickly trade the queens, queen d1. And he does it, queen d1. Levon is back in the game after struggling. Here now d5 is hanging. If you trade queens, I think White should not be worse. So Javokhir checks. Okay, you want to move the king away. King h2. And now d4. Push the pawn forward. Sindarov brings his rook to d8. Knight d4 takes. Queen takes. And now queen e6 he played. Already White seems to be better now. Knight to e3. But trade the knights. Trade the knights. He does not. He plays rook f7. It's not an easy position to assess who is better, but I think take. He takes on e3, queen e3, and rook c8. Beautiful move by Javokhir trying to come in here. The d5 pawn is weak, but so is f4 and h4. Rook d4 played, so that rook c4 can be met by taking the rook. He does play rook c4. And now Levon plays his king to g3. But h5 with the idea of once again queen g4. Very strong move. But now both the players are to their last seconds. h5 found. Wow. h5 on the board. And rook takes c4. He takes queen g4 check. King h2 takes the pawn with a check. And Levon is in big trouble. King g2. And take the rook now. B takes c4. Queen g4 check. King repeating. And now takes it. Now, whose pawns are more dangerous? Black or white? Difficult to say, but right now, black clearly is better because the white king is weak. Rook e7. Oh, e6 is falling now. Maybe rook e1, you have to defend it. Can Levon be the tricky guy that he is always? He plays rook e1, but h4 is a strong move. King comes to h7. And now White can actually keep the game going. Queen e5 finds it. Beautiful play by both players. I'm amazed by the accuracy of this game. If h4, there is rook e3. He plays a check. King g2. d4 played. Wow, what a move. If queen takes d4, then e1 is hanging. So you can't take the pawn. But rook e4 is the best move. He finds it. Whoa. Levon with just 4 seconds on the clock finds it. Incredible chess. D3. He pushes queen d6. Check again. King goes to f2 and check again. Is it going to be a draw? Will Javokhir accept a draw? Because the rook is hanging. It's too much here. No, but rook g7. He wants to win. But now Levon can push through. e7. Whose pawns are stronger? e7. d2. If queen takes d2, he wants to take rook e7. If queen here, there's queen g4 check. Oh, he plays knight. Under promotion on the board. Check. And the point here to note is that after king h2, if you make a queen, I have knight f6 check and knight g4 check. I mean, I take on g4. So like queen, he gives a check again. King g2 quickly played. Sindarov has only 12 seconds on the clock. He plays c3. What? Man, what if I take your rook? No, he goes knight f6. Queen takes, and queen on the board. This game is just so beautiful. So beautiful. And rook e7 is the only way. Otherwise, this king is getting busted. And Levon finds it. I think this game definitely deserves something because the accuracy of both the players has been so high. King comes up. And now queen g8. Finds it. What a beautiful move. So if you take here, I'll take on e7. If you take here on g7, then queen takes. So take, queen takes, queen c6. Plays queen d4. The idea is check and maybe c2. And queen c8 played. But now it's just game over with queen g1. And the king, wherever it goes, queen g4, you trade it. And then c2, c1 is winning. And I think Levon simply has missed that check. And it's game over. Javokhir just checking all his calculations. He knows he's winning. Oh, he misses it. King g7. Misses the chance. And Levon Aronian maybe is still lost, but he has some hopes. Maybe some f5. Maybe queen c7 check. He gives a check. King gets 6. And will Levon repeat? But then this time I believe Javokhir might have seen the check. He plays queen a8. But now this check takes. I think he's going to lose these pawns. And Sindarov has built up some time edge, so he's trying to find the move here. And I think Levon knows that the writing is on the wall. He plays queen g1 and he resigns there. Javokhir 1-0 down in the match. Scores the equalizing point. Look at the smiles on the face. This is the look of a person who's played, like look of two people who played an amazing game under promotion. So many accurate moves, queens and everything happening here. Kudos to both Levon and Javokhir for playing such an amazing game.